Hello everyone. In this video, we'll focus about outliers. Right? Yeah. So let's get started. First, we'll try to understand what is outliers. Right? So if a value in a given variable is far from other values in the same variable, we can call them as an outliers. Let's try to understand. So let's say values is my variable which has some list of numbers, right? So we have -100 and 1 to 6 and we have +100, right? So if you closely observe this, don't you think this 100 is far from the remaining values in this variable? Yes, it is, right? So I can conclude this 100 is an outlier. In the same way, even this -100 is far from the remaining values, right? So I can also conclude this -100 is an outlier, right? So what we understood, the outlier can be in higher value or the outlier can be extreme low value, right? So this is very small list, right? So we have only few values here. What happened if I have humongous amount of uh, values in a given list or variable, right? How can I find it? So actually, unfortunately, right, so we don't have any straightforward statistical rule or technique to find the outliers, but we have one of the widely used technique called IQR, which is called interquartile range, right? So we'll try to understand how to use IQR. If you see these values, right, so 0, 5.6, 8.7 to 24.7, so these are the list of values which I have. The very first thing I need to do to find an IQR is I need to arrange this value from the lowest to the highest value, which is already arranged here, and then I need to find the Q2. So in order to find the IQR, which is interquartile range, so I need to have Q1, Q2 and Q3, which is nothing but quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3. We'll discuss a little bit more in short. So Q2 is nothing but a median, right? We know median, right? Median is obviously middle value. So in this list, 15 is my middle value. And what is Q1? This is also a median from the left side to your Q2. So if you see this Q1, right, the values which is from left side to this Q2, right, if you see 8.7 is the median, right, which is my Q1, right? Obviously Q3 is the right side of the Q2. I need to find the median from the right side of my Q2, which is 19.3, right? So the formula of IQR is Q3, which is this one, minus Q1. So for this given list, my IQR is 10.6. So our intention is, how to find an outliers for this given list, right? So with the help of IQR, we can, calculate the outliers. As we seen, that outliers can be an extreme outliers, which is very big, values, and outliers can be a very low values. Like in our previous example, we have seen like the 100 and -100, right? So we'll try to understand if we have an outliers for this given list of values using IQR. So now calculate the lower outliers and the higher outliers, these are the formula. So what I need to do is, to find the lower outlier, I need to subtract this Q1 minus 1.5 into this IQR, right? To find the higher outlier, which is the extreme outliers, I need to add this Q3, right, with 1.5 times of IQR, right? So this is the formula to find the outliers, whether the outliers, higher outliers or the lower outliers, right? So now we'll try to find out the similar thing using Python, right? And yeah, if you see this, right, so maybe I'll open my slide. You will be able to correlate this screenshot with this screenshot, right? So this is your IQR, which is your first quantile Q1. This is your median, which is nothing but your Q2, and this is your third quantile, which is nothing but Q3. And these are the values. If you see the 0, 5.6 will be till here, till this line, and 24.1 and 24.7 will be till here. If you have any bigger value or the lesser value, will be outside this line. Got it? If you see here, so I have +100, which is the bigger value. You can see it here, right? So this dot. So now if you see this, actually we call this as a blocks plot. right? If you see this box plot, it has the values from 1 to 6, right? And 100 is at the top and minus 100 is at the bottom, right? These two are outliers. Anything which you see outside from this box plot is an outlier. Clear? Now we'll try to do the same thing using Python, right? So I already have the the list of values with me. Let me run this, right? So yeah, now I'll convert this value to NumPy and read that. I'm sorry. Let me run this. Yeah. Now I need to find this Q1, Q2, Q3. See, if you see, this Q2 is nothing but it's a middle value, right? Which is nothing but your 50th%, right? It is at the 50th% level, right? And if you see this Q1, it is about 25%, right? And if you see Q3, it is obviously about 75%, right? As we know, the median is the middle value, so it will be 50%, right? And if you see this 8.7, it will be 25th% of your data, and Q3 will be obviously your 75% of the data. It is at the 75th percentage, right? This is located at the 75th percentage of your whole data, right? So we'll first try to find this Q1, Q2 and Q3. Q1 equal to, in NumPy we have a function called quantile. I need to find the quantile for my values, comma, at 25th%, which is nothing but 0.25. If you see here, it is 5.25, right? For this values, my Q1 is 5.25, right? Now we'll similarly try to find the Q2. Quantile values I need to find at Q2 is nothing but your median, which is nothing but a 50th%, right? And I need to find the Q3. Quantile values, comma, 0.75, which is fine, 75th%. Let me run this, right? So I find my Q1, Q2 and Q3. Now what I need to find? I need to find if I have any the extreme outliers or the lowest outliers, right? We already see the formula. So I will say higher outlier equal to, we know the formula, right? For higher, it's Q3 plus IQR. Oh, I need to find the IQR, right? So IQR, we know IQR, right? It's straightforward. Q3 minus Q1, right? So now 1.5 times of IQR. If I run this, so 280. I can say any value in this given list which is greater than or equal to 280, I can say it's an outlier, right? If you do see any value which is greater than 280 here, I have 350. So I can conclude 350 is my outlier, right? Lower, which is Q1 minus 1.5 times of your IQR. Sorry, IQR, right? Let me run this. So minus 160, any value which is lesser than minus 160, we can call it as a lower outlier, which is 223. So now we can we are able to find that we have two outliers, which is 350 and minus 223. Right? Yeah. So the same thing we'll also try to visualize using the box plot. All right. So plot box plot of my values. Yeah, we can see in the plots here, right? If you see, right, there are two values, right? One is at the above 300, the another one is below minus 200, right? That's what we identified using IQR, right? So now we understood what is outliers and how to find the outliers using IQR, right, for the single value, right? So now we also have a scenario, right? So what happens if I have two variables, right? And how to see if I have outliers, right? If I have two variables, I need to check the outliers between the two variables. We'll try to see that now. So yeah, now if you see this, right, so I have three variables here. One is experience, salary in lakhs, and the type of the college, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, right? So if you see this experience, do you think we have any outlier? Definitely not, right? And also if you see this salary, do you see any outlier? No. So now we'll try to plot the scatter plot, and we'll just try to understand for on the experience and the salary, right? If you see this 2 for the 2 years, right, so in the x-axis we have experience and in the y-axis we have salary, right? So if you see this 2, right, with 2 years of experience he is gaining 8 lakhs, right? Now I'm repeating again, for experience variable I don't have any variable outliers, for salary variable I don't have any outliers, but when I see this together I have found one outlier, right? So obviously, I mean, how come a 2 years experience guy will get 8 lakhs of salary? It's an outlier, right? And if you see the person who is having 6 years of experience, he is just getting only 2 lakhs of salary. Definitely an outlier, right? Now let me see these three variables together. So whatever we have seen the single variable, no outliers, and then we seen together both experience salary, we found an outlier at the experience 2 and the experience 6. Now let's say if I see these three variables together, okay, the person who is having 2 years of experience getting 8 lakhs of salary, he is from the tier 1 college. There are chances, right? Maybe if you are from the top university, there are chances where you'll get a good package and with the next year of experience. There are chances, right? So, and for 6 years of experience, he is getting 2 lakhs of salary. And of course, I mean, he is from the tier 4 college. There might be a chance where from the lower college, even if 6 years of experience, he may get less salary, right? So I'm just repeating again. So if I see individual variable, I don't have any outlier, right? If I see these two variables together, which is salary and experience, an outlier. But if I see these three variables together, I don't see any outlier, right? So what I'm trying to explain here is, when you really want to understand the outliers, first you have to understand your business, right? As per the mathematics and statistics, it might be an outlier, but as per your business, it might not be an outlier, right? So before you are concluding the outliers, first you should be very clear about the business. Clear? So this is what I'm trying to say, right? So now hope you guys are clear, right? So the outliers. So we'll talk about the major disadvantages of this outliers, right? So we know, right, because of this outlier, who is the first person will be affected? The first person will be affected is a mean, right? We'll take a common widely used example, right? So let's say if I'm collecting a salaries from maybe from low level to maybe a mid senior level, right? In those salary range, let's say if I include the salaries for the CEOs, right? Obviously, right, from low to mid range employee, their salary might be from 2 lakhs to maybe max to max 15 lakhs, right? Let's say if I find the mean of those salaries, it will be very reasonable, right? Maybe I'll try to show you. Yeah, right. So this is the salary with CEO, right? See, I have the decent salary, but if you see all of a sudden two values, right? I added the CEO salaries, right, which is somewhere around 3 lakhs or 3 crores, 30 lakhs, right? If you see the mean, it's very big, right? And I have another list of salaries where I don't included the CEO values. And did you see the mean? Right? So here the mean is like almost 11 lakhs. Here the mean is 44,000. Right? See the difference. I added two, I have two outliers. Just because of these two outliers, how much my mean is affected. Right? So as I said, right, the first person who will affect because of the outliers is a mean. What happen if my mean affects? Because to calculate the variance, standard deviation, correlation, obviously I use mean. I need to find the difference between from my individual data points to the mean. Obviously the variance, standard deviation, correlation affects. If any one of this affects, obviously my linear, the machine learning model will also get affected, like the linear regression, logistic regression, I mean anything, right? So which uses mean, this various standard deviation will get affected. Clear? So outliers are very dangerous. So we have to be very, very careful when we are dealing with the outliers, right? Maybe, I mean, if a stat says it's an outlier, but your business says it's not an outlier, but still an outlier is an outlier, right? We should be very careful when we are dealing with the outliers, right? So hope you enjoyed this session. So stay tuned. We'll meet soon.